kind of beautiful. Your hair, it don't matter. Don't be discouraged. It don't matter. Let the world know that it don't matter. Be your own kind of beautiful. Curvy is so beautiful. Plus size is so wonderful. Being thick has benefits. I'm not your ordinary cheek. I've got a lot of love to share with little short and nappy hair. Taking time to let you know I'm my own kind of beautiful. Thick hips and sexy girl. Don't just be ashamed. No, 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 no. You're so beautiful. If you're plus size, it don't matter. If you got curves, it don't matter. Maybe a little thick, it don't matter. Be your own kind of beautiful. Your hair, it don't matter. Don't be discouraged, it don't matter. Let the world know that it don't matter. Be your own kind of beautiful. Curvy is so beautiful. Plus size is so wonderful. Being thick has benefits. I'm not your ordinary cheek. I've got a lot of love to share with little short and nappy hair. Taking time to let you know I'm my own kind of beautiful. Thick hips and sexy girl. Don't just be ashamed. No, 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 no,
Hey everybody, this is your girl Jamila J. Welcome to Jamila J on Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business.
Yes, you
Hey
got it
Chuck,
right.
how you doing?
How you doing, Jamila? Everything's great. I'm doing great. Just looking forward to seeing what's going on today. Every time I get on here, I learn something new. So let's do it.
It's good to have a male perspective. And we have our supermodel guest, Miss Lakesshia Slater. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Thank you. So before we get into the conversation, I always like to check in to see how everybody's doing. How was your week? So how was your week, Chuck?
So far, so good. It's been actually this weekend has been a beautiful weekend so far. We had the temperatures maybe around 60 degrees. So that's my type of weather. 60 on up. Give me 110 any day. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
But again, just a busy week, but productive. So, it was an awesome week. So I'm enjoying it, looking forward to next week and see what happens.
All right. You know what? It's spring.
Yeah.
It's officially spring. So, Hey, you guys got 60-degree weather. We have about 70 in California, so it's all good.
Yeah, y'all been teasing
how was your week? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So y'all been teasing us all year, so that's cool.
How was your week so far?
Busy as always, and the weather here in DC has been gorgeous. Little cool at night, but it's warmer during the day.
Cool. So I'll be off air. I was telling Chuck that a lady, she was a parent. I teach, and she died last week. She was only 30, maybe 38, 39. She has 3 children, 7, 4, and a 2-month-old, 2 or 3-month-old. And it wasn't COVID, they still haven't determined the cause of death. But I just wanted to send a word out to women that are in non-healthy relationships that you're worthy. You're worthy of being treated with respect and with dignity. And if a man can't appreciate you, no matter what size or shape or height or skin tone, don't be a part of it. You're worth so much more. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul for a man that don't really want you. and you can't make anybody want you. And don't support a man who can't take care of you and your kids. So it's something that I've just been crying all week. Every time I start crying, I get a headache. So, but I just wanted to send a shout out to, ladies. It's sometimes, Chuck, men, it's not even a physical abuse because they don't want to leave any marks on you because they don't want to go to jail. So it could be just mental. You're not good enough. You're too fat. You're too dark. You're ugly, and that goes on for years and years and years. I just say it penetrates to your soul.
Yeah,
So
that's unfortunate. Sorry to hear about that. Very
yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah, she was a beautiful, beautiful person, and I just cry for her kids. Growing up without a mother. So, with that being said, um, we're having a domestic violence panel on April the 4th. That's Easter Sunday, and I know some people are into church on Easter, but if you would like to be on the panel, if you have any experience, domestic violence is mental, physical, emotional. It always doesn't have to be, physical. And Chuck, you were saying some men have experienced, domestic
Oh yeah,
violence.
I know a lot of guys that go through the mental and physical aspects of that. So again, it's not just women, it's men as well. A lot of times it's looked upon as a man, he all right, whatever. They don't look at it as serious as, when it's done to a woman. I don't think, from what I see, but again, a lot of times the guys try to hide that as well, just as well as the women do. So that happens on both sides. And I know a few individuals that, went through that. So again, any male out there, there's no shame. Don't have no shame in your game. If you're being abused, say something, let the world know. So
Yeah.
and it happens on both sides, but I think women overshadows a lot of times the men. So again,
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
something,
Right. Okay, so let's take a commercial break and then we'll go into our conversation with our supermodel.
Yes, indeed. And this is the A game. This is a new commercial. Whoever haven't seen it, here it is. Let's do it. And that is the A game. Again, it's great for vitality, energy, strength, and libido. I still have a few free samples left, so give me a call at 302-723-2836, 302-723-2836 to get your free sample of the A game. It's a great product. Again, this is for men only, women. But ladies, we're going to have something for you soon, so don't worry about it. But again, this is the A game. So back to you, Jamila.
Nice commercial. I missed that. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know a lot of people want to hear that. Some people, they can handle that. Some people can't. So, let's get something on it that's a little risky. I mean, it wasn't that risque, but some people take that a little serious or whatever. So,
Yeah, that was nice. All right, Miss Lakesshia, let me apologize because I got the dates mixed up. February 21st, March 21st. So you're here. And I'm so excited because a lot of models strive to be where you are and really living the dream. So I always start with, where were you born and where do you live at now?
Okay. And yes, I can say, and I want to start off saying that thank God for all the blessings I received, because not only did my hard work get me here, but also God is leading my journey also.
Yes.
So I'm very, very blessed. But actually, I was born in Alexandria, Louisiana. I'm not sure if you know where that is. That's about 2 hours from Baton Rouge.
Okay, okay.
Like,
I know what Shreveport is. I've been to
okay,
Shreveport.
it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours south of Shreveport.
Okay, okay.
And now I'm in Washington D.C.
Wow. Now you were out in here in LA too, right?
Yes, I was in LA for 2 years.
Wow. Wow. So let's talk about were you always interested in modeling as a child, and how did you progressively, you know, work your way up?
Okay. Well, yes, when I was a little girl, I was really, really shy. But the glitz and glam of makeup and the hair, the beautiful clothing always amazed me.
Mm,
And I would always pretend that, I was a superstar. We all do that as little girls.
yes,
And
yes.
so I would put on my little makeup and my hair and my pretty little outfit, and I would actually, pretend.
Right.
And of course I was too shy to tell my family this. So I kind of did this privately,
Hmm.
but it was great.
How tall are you and what size are you?
I'm 5'9" and I'm a size 16, 18, leaning more toward the 18.
Okay. So you're the kind of the perfect plus size.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to say perfect plus size, but for my height and my proportions, I think 16, 18 looks very well on my frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now you said when you were younger, that was a dream of yours as far as modeling. When did that dream become a reality? When did you actually officially started modeling?
Well, and I love telling this story. Actually, I moved to Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi. I think I was there 15 years before I actually moved here to DC, because I've only been here in DC for 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And so,
Good luck with that traffic, but anyway.
oh, right, I'm learning. And so one day I was just driving down the street doing my normal errands, and I looked to the right and there was a new hair shop. And I was like, okay, that's something new, because I've always done my own hair because I have 3 sisters, so we experimented on each other. So I just did my own hair. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try her and see how she does. Beknownst to me, she was also from Georgia. She's from Atlanta. So she had 2 shops. She would do 3 or 4 days in Atlanta. Then she would drive to Gulfport and do the rest of the week. And that's how she ran her business. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
So I walked in and the shop was packed. And of course, me being who I am, I was, living my best life, glamorous, walking in, even though I was going to Walmart. And so, so I walked into their hair shop and it all just got quiet. And I kind of looked around like, okay, am I in the right place? And so she was like, Miss Slaughter, just have a seat. And so when I got into the chair, she was like, I'm sorry, but I have to ask, have you ever considered modeling?
Wow.
I haven't thought about modeling in years. And I was like, you know what? If I could live my life all over again, yes, I would be a model. And she was like, well, I'm throwing a big fashion show here in Gulfport in 2 days, and I want you to be my featured model. Whoa.
Whoa.
I was like, hold on, God, I didn't say I wanted it that quick, And so, and 2 days later, I knew nothing about modeling. I knew nothing really about the model walk. I just did me. And the crowd loved me. And when I embraced that day, it just took off.
How long ago was that?
I've been doing this for 6 years now, so that was 6 years ago.
Wow.
So you sent me your video. It had to be, when did I do? 2016. You sent me a video when when I had the other website. It's like, wow, so they had to be right around that time because I started the other website in 2016.
Yes, and actually, I wasn't serious about modeling at that point. I was just dabbling in, trying to get a feel of where to go because there was no direction. And Miss Jamila, you were the source. Me coming in, you were all out there, and I was
Yeah,
like, her because she was.
That makes me feel so good. Yes.
You kind of gave me direction. And
what?
You kind of.
Are you guys listening to this? When I saw you, I mean, really, when I saw you, you were going from LA to Germany, and I go, huh? I know her. I got her video in my computer. My computer crashed, but I was like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I couldn't. So let me just control myself. But I am so proud of you, and to say that even I inspired you or opened the door for you, that's huge for me. That is huge. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's an awesome story too. So all of that behind the doors, walking in your room and acting like that all paid off. See that?
Yes, it did.
Wow.
We got some questions from the audience here, with some comments, not questions. So I'm gonna get right into them. A lot of them coming from Sky Darling. She's on fire this morning.
Hey, Sky.
Yeah, well, we got Carla Young. She says Elm. I don't know what that means. She says Elm. But what's going on, Carla Young? Thanks for tuning in. We definitely appreciate that. We got Sky Darling. She says, please share this broadcast. And they shared it because they shared it all over the place. I'm going to tell you that right now. So thanks for that, Sky. She says, very nice. And she loves the commercial. She says, super dope graphics.
It is nice.
And we're going to skip some of this. And she also says, this is a question she does have. Sky says, how did you overcome being shy? I don't think you ever were shy, but go ahead. How did you overcome? Overcome that?
I'm going to be honest. It's an everyday process for me. Because I'm an introvert, if you can believe that. And so I kind of have to get myself psyched up before any event because I'm still shy. But once I reach on the inside and just remember what I've done, where I'm going, and who I am, the shyness kind of shed.
Yeah.
She also says, congratulations on the story that you did tell. And she says, Jamila J. Choice is the truth. And that's it for right now. But again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Again, we welcome all the comments and questions. Please let them come through. Thank you.
So let's go back to your first fashion show. Did you know anything about being a plus size model? I mean, at that point?
I didn't even know that was a thing then. I just figured, you see every now and then a bigger girl representing a brand. But I didn't know she was labeled plus size model. And that was actually a curvy category because no one really put it out like that.
Right.
Because we were far and few between.
Yes.
So as I entered the plus size community, I'm like, oh my God, we have our own family. So I entered this wonderful family and I just continued to grow because I was around people who were in my shoes, who sometimes you leave your house sometimes and you don't feel 100% like, okay, did I wear the right thing? Do I look a little big, a little thick in this outfit? Or when people look at me, are they gonna say, oh, she's dressing too sexy or is that too tight? So we have mentality. So some days I have to step back and say, you know what? I'm killing today. And today I woke up to love me and like me. Everyone else's like and love is extra.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So once you kind of I guess you just took off real fast from that first fashion show. Now Atlanta has a big plus size market. Did you get involved with that market also?
I did. Actually, you know what? I kind of skipped Atlanta and did like the mainstream stuff.
What?
And you know what? I don't question God's plan,
No.
but I progressed so fast that a lot of it is still a blur. So when I look at my bio or my resume, I'm like, oh my God, I did that.
Wow.
And so a lot of things that, because I know Atlanta is one of the major hubs, but I did shows there, but that's not where I was. I was doing New York Fashion Week twice a year.
Whoa.
I went just that quick. And so I had to learn on the runway.
Wow.
I had to learn about watching other girls. And I'm like, okay, I love the way she walks.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make that mine or figure out what my body does to look its best on the runway.
Yeah.
Because I was always told, Keisha, your walk is too sexy. I'm like, my walk is my walk.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to change it up in the beginning for the game. But
Right.
when I progressed a little bit further, I was able to show more of my own personality.
Yeah.
And then
But Lakeisha, how did you get from, I still can't figure it out. How did you get from Gulfport, Mississippi, that first fashion show? So what happened next? What happened next? To New York Fashion Week, to Germany, to Paris, what happened in between?
you will not believe this when I tell you, but I love telling my story. I work in healthcare. So I do ultrasound, so I do babies. So what I did was when I like to say discovered in my first fashion show, I ended up switching careers from a full-time job in a hospital, and I start actually traveling with my job.
Okay.
You get to select assignments where you want to go generally, if there's one available. So I try to pick places where there's a major plus size community or a hub.
Okay.
My fillers in there. So I use my healthcare job traveling all over the United States to pick main hotspots to kind of get my name out there, learn from other people, get around people who can mentor me.
Okay.
So when I would go to say, I had a job in Philadelphia, and it was like a contract job for like a week or so. And I ended up meeting someone there who actually a designer who wanted to use me in New York Fashion Week. So that was my first New York Fashion Week. And once people saw me, I was
that's it. That was it.
Twice a year. Next thing you know, I'm in London. Next thing you know, I'm in Germany. I'm in Toronto.
Wow.
I'm still learning the game. Okay.
Yes. So did you quit your healthcare job when you were going to, all these different locations, or?
No, because the hustle doesn't stop. You have to have a job to support your dream. You have to find that dream. So I'm doing it all. Let me tell you, I would go to LA. Say if I'm working in LA and I had a job in New York Fashion Week, I would get off on a Wednesday, drive to LA. Drive to New York, do the fashion show that Saturday, drive back to be ready to work Monday night.
I got you. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is hustling. That's a hell of a ride. So unless you were flying, but questions out there. Scott Darling says, do you have a signature look, character, or brand when walking the runway? Okay.
I think it's a compliment when someone says, "Oh, you walk like Lyris," or something, or you walk like Instagram. That's wonderful, but I take from all these major icons and kind of formulate my own brand and cater to my body because they're walking according to their body and their brand. So they're showcasing their body in the best way possible. I can't walk like them and expect to look like them because our body is different. So I spend a lot of time in the mirror looking to see what my body does as I'm walking. And I kind of adjust and go from there. So my walk is catered to display my body in the best way possible on the runway.
Okay. And she also asked too, are you still traveling to gigs during the COVID-19?
That's a wonderful question.
Yes.
And that's a great question because that's how I ended up in DC. My mom died of COVID in May. And travel job at that time. And I have been traveling almost just as long as I've been modeling.
Yeah.
And it changed my perspective. And so since I've been all over the world, I was like, where's one place I can go at a major hub where I can just get on the plane and go from wherever I need to go. So that's how I ended up in DC 2 weeks before the insurrection.
Wow.
You know? So it scared me when I first got here. But you know what? I'm here for a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I got here, it's like people are a little lax with the COVID because, of course, now we're farther along with things. But, I am vaccinated. And I still wear all my PPE and make sure my patients are taken care of and the people I love and around me are taken care of. So yeah, I still, am doing healthcare, but I'm in one spot now, and that's here in DC. And I kind of go to jobs from here.
I think that is a good location because you're not that far from Philly, New York, New Jersey. So that is and DC has a plus size community there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And also she says hello. I gotta say something. What's going on, Sky? How you doing? She says hello, my King Charles. Sky, thanks for being, like always. We definitely appreciate you here. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to hear about your mom and the COVID. It's been really difficult. So I send out my condolences. How do you feel about the term plus size? Do you think it should be just, categorized as just modeling, or do you think the plus size terminology is needed?
That's just a descriptive word. My opinion is we don't have to remove the word, but we can change what the word represents. Because people want us as a people, we need to categorize people especially in the modeling industry, because that's how you're casted. When you get an invitation for a show, they want to know, are you straight size, or are you fall in the middle, or are you more plus size 16, 18, and 20? It's just a category. So I'm not overly sensitive about the word plus size, but I am aware of the stigma that's attached to plus size. So they figure, oh, she's a size 18, so she probably can't walk that very well, or she's probably overweight. And so we got to make sure we put her in the grandma heels like this because they don't think we display, And so I think that every show, my main goal is to say, yeah, I'm bringing all these hips, thighs, and breasts to you. And I'm going to show you how to work this size 18 on this runway.
Yeah.
That's
right.
That's right. They have to see what you can do.
Yeah.
That you can do it, or that it's possible.
Well, I think you tore that up because they know exactly, what you can do, walk in heels, and bring what you need to bring because their customers are your size. So those customers need to see how that dress looks with the breasts, with the hips, with the thighs, you know.
Exactly.
So it's real. It's real. And I know Ashley Graham doesn't like the terminology plus size. And like you said, I don't want people walking around thinking, oh, you think you a model? You're not a zero, you're not a six. But yeah, there's a whole different genre of modeling, and it's called plus size because that's the average size 14, 16, 16, 18. You know, that's the real size of a lot of people, women around the world.
Hey, Jamila, can you break that down to where does plus size start at? I got to get this
Ooh.
right. So.
You know what? It depends on who you talk to, but if you talk to us, I would say it would start at a 14, 16 on up.
Okay.
Would you agree, Lakeisha?
I would, because a lot of my clients that I work for, most of their sizes start at 14.
Yeah.
So they consider 8 to 12 more in the middle.
Yeah. Yes. But fashion industry like Hollywood and like the mainstream designers like Calvin Klein and the high fashion designers, they say plus size starts at an 8.
Wow.
So that's unrealistic, you
Yeah.
know. And
And,
this messes up a lot of women, you know, because they feel like, oh, I'm a size 8, I'm, you know, too fat, and they're, you know, starving themselves and, you know, looking hungry, you know. So
she
yeah,
takes it with that one.
it's not realistic, you
Yeah.
know. It's not realistic, Chuck. A size 8 is, you know, depending if you're tall. I mean, you could be 5'9", 5'10", and you know you wear a size 8. So I think plus size is, you know, like she said, it started maybe 10 years ago, but it's taken over. It is taken over.
And that's
So,
true. It's very unrealistic. You know, you get clothes and you're like, oh, I want them to fit like that. But let's be honest. A lot of times, like you said, is models are 0 to whatever. And to me, I
mhm.
like meat on my bones. So I like to see, something, just not just this board, just walking across the
Yeah.
stage. So, shout out to the plus size models. And we do got some questions right here or comments. I'm not going to say questions. We got some comments. Sky Darling, she sends, oh, wait a minute. She sends her condolences to you about your mom. And Annette Dorsey says, wow, you're awesome, gorgeous, and inspiring. Thank you. Sky also says you work. So she's giving you that compliment there. And she's talking to Annette and then, of course, talking back to Sky. So not only do we have comments for you, we got comments for the audience themselves. So
We're one big happy family. So let's talk a little bit about what's your favorite print, runway, you know, live fashion shows, web series. You have a YouTube channel. What's your favorite?
Well, I'm evolving, as I want to say as an influencer, because like I said, I'm shy. So if you look at my Instagram or my social media last year, I'm not as well. I hid behind my pictures. I hid behind still pictures because I wasn't confident on camera.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so I had to keep growing internally and know you're beautiful on camera. You don't have to have your picture, tweaked a little bit to fit a certain standard to be posted on social media to get the most likes. But now I'm at a different place in my life. Now I'm like, this is Lakesshia DeSalle Slaughter. You're gonna get what you're gonna get. If you don't want it, unfollow me.
Yes.
Because I'm bringing everything I got right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I think social media, it kind of messes up people thinking you're supposed to be perfect and, the filters and you have to be a certain way. But I think it's, kind of unrealistic too. But um, I follow you on social media and I know you have a YouTube channel. Talk a little bit about that.
My YouTube channel, well, for those who don't know, I'm over 40, so I'm 45 years old.
Wow.
So it's like my channel is catered for the 40 plus size woman, or just any woman who
Yeah.
come into a community or come to a platform that embraces exactly who they are. If you want to grow more, you come to my channel, to our community. We'll support each other. So if you want to learn makeup, we're going to learn makeup. If you want to learn how to hit the gym, we're going to learn how to hit the gym, because I cover fashion, I cover beauty, I cover health, and also I add a new segment where I'm going to start covering like more really health stuff, like fibroids and hormone imbalances, because there aren't really a lot of platforms on YouTube that covers that for us.
Right.
So we have to go through a million channels to Google. I've been in healthcare for almost 20 years, and I've worked with women for over 20 years.
Wow.
So I know what their concerns are. And so I want to bring that to my platform on YouTube.
That's really awesome.
Well,
Yeah, you have a lot of wealth of information to share.
Yes, but I think it just took a while for me to get to this point. I don't want these women to watch this and think, oh, she just came out the box in confidence. No, I did not. I am it's just a process. And I just face that process every day. I have bad days, and when I have those bad days, I step back, I fast for about 10 or 15 hours, and I'll pray and meditate and just get my energy level up. Try to dissipate all that negativity, and try to enter the world positively. Because if you're negative before you hit the door, everything else is going to be like a ton of bricks on top of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you put into the universe, definitely comes back to you. If you have that negative aura about yourself, you get all that negative energy come right back at you. So that's very true.
Exactly. So YouTube is my new love.
Wow.
And my YouTube channel is Slaughterhouse, and I think that's the cutest channel.
It is. That's a nice name. That's a nice name. Before I started doing this with Chuck, I never did lives. And it's like, I want to go on live. What am I going to talk about? You know how some people just turn on the camera and it's like, and I just never thought about, doing anything live. And then when COVID hit, it's like, I have to stay relevant and I have to stay out there. So this was a good place for me, but I'm kind of, I'm not, I think I'm shy, but I'm kind of, I'm antisocial sometimes, and I'm kind of to myself. I was telling you, I'm kind of to myself, and I pick my friends very carefully, but I think to say you're shy is it's empowering other people, because everybody is not very a social butterfly. And so sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone. And this is the best thing I've ever done. I look forward to doing it every week. Chuck, I used to log on the night before.
Yes, you did. I didn't notice Jamila J. Choice is logged. I'm like, man, it was the day before. I'm like, wow, okay.
I was so excited once I stepped out that box. So yeah, I really understand it.
I think what's important one positive thing about COVID, it took away of a lot of distractions that we're dealing with in the world. And it's kind of isolating people to learn who you are, because a lot of us never really been alone or been by ourselves. So
right.
Who don't like to stay at home is because they don't know who they are, and they used to catering to other people for their happiness. Right. And they never really figured out who they are and what makes them happy. Right. So I think this COVID has really made me sit down and say, okay, Keisha, we're going to look at every inch of your body and we're going to love it from here on out. Yes. I had to understand who I was and what my journey is.
Wow.
And you hit right on the nose too, because like you said, it brought you to reality, a space of reality where you could sit back and think about, who you are, what your next move may be, or what are you going to change about yourself, or how, and it was about a good solid 6 to 8 months before really people started actually got comfortable with coming back out again. So, you had time to sit back and think, and that was perfect. That was perfect.
Exactly. And I think as things start to open up little by little, people are going to guard their energy better. They're not going to accept the negativity anymore because they've done all this work behind in these four walls to grow. So now they're coming out stronger. So now I think, well, I want to call them COVID warriors now, COVID spiritual warriors.
Yeah.
We've done the work these last year. And so when we go out into the world, we're bringing positivity now. And when the negativity hit us, we don't shy away from it. We just won't accept it. And I think that's how the world's going to grow now. Because we won't accept.
Yeah, because you get tired of seeing that negativity all the time. Like, the whole concept of feel good talk is, for the, empowerment to, send that positive vibes out, because we see it all the time, the same narrative, on camera shaking, whatever it may be, whatever you're doing. And that's what we try to do here is change that narrative. And I think I think it's being more receptive now because before it wasn't. If you were cool, that's phony. Or if you was cool, well, we don't need to hear all that cool. We don't need to hear all that. People don't want to hear all that all the time. But they'll, like I said, turn on the TV and look at the news because there's, 40 people got shot. It's like everybody focuses on that. You know what I mean? Versus getting your health right, getting just trying to change the narrative, trying to maybe get a degree or trying to do something positive to make you better. You know what I mean? But they rather focus on the negativity. So again, that's the whole narrative here at Feel Good Talk, and that's what we try to do. So we're on the same page, definitely. And we do got some comments out there, so let me hit these really quickly. We have what's his name? Jasari. I hope I'm saying this right. Jasari Badara. He says, "Wow." I guess he's looking at you. He says, "Wow," and he says, "Join." I guess he's talking about your YouTube channel, so he's going to subscribe to that. And we have Annette Dorsey. She says, "That's so true. I'm getting back to myself." We were talking about the COVID situation. So again, people are hearing you out there. They're hearing what you're saying, and they definitely loving you out there. So back to you, Jamila.
I was reading your bio, and you were Mrs. Mississippi?
Miss Mississippi plus America.
Where was that?
That was in 2016.
Okay.
And I got the opportunity to represent the state of Mississippi at nationals.
Wow.
And
how do you like pageant life compared to modeling?
That's a totally different animal.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think the training and the process, people think just because you're running in a pageantry is all this. It's not. Because these judges can tell if you've been authentic, if you're coming from a place real. You have to have the whole ball, But pageantry, it also gave me a reason to add the why. Now, initially, modeling was just about, okay, you're going to take this plus size 16 deep meddling plus size model, and I'm going to bring her to you. Because I had to feel like I had to prove a point why I should be relevant. But as I grew and progressed, I got into pageantry. It brought my real heart into it. Like, okay, these are real people. I'm affecting real people. And so as I start progressing, I changed my journey from me to providing service for other people to grow. Mm-hmm. So my path has changed, and I think everyone's starting to see it. They're starting to see Keisha, not the perfect, chocolate baby doll that they've seen before, but they're not in, this girl, she got a brain behind her, but she won't shut up. She has a great personality,
Right.
But this is who I am, but I didn't think that people will receive the real Keisha. So
Mhm.
I saw that I would show everyone. And I was wondering why I was met with negativity. It wasn't because they were hating on me. It's because they felt like I wasn't coming from a place authentic.
Yeah.
And being in pageantry with my pageant sisters helped me build relationships with women, closer relationships, not just something to give them something, but also for me to receive love. That's a totally different journey.
But you know, I think talking to you, you're very intelligent, but you're very what's the word, Chuck? Her thinking level is,
Very
you
trans.
know,
I can
what?
relate. We can relate. Very intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your thinking level is a higher level of thinking, especially, you know, for a model, and people look at you and they probably judge you. But I'm thinking maybe you look 28 or 29, but
yeah,
because you're 45,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You're thinking on a higher level. I can't even think of the word, intellectual, just God,
Down to earth, you know.
yeah, down to earth. But it's like, it's not like, oh, I'm so cute, I'm so beautiful. It's just critical thinking. It's a higher level of thinking, and I think that's because of, even though you don't look your age, because at 20 you wouldn't probably, if you were doing this at 20, it would be more like, look at me, I'm so beautiful, I'm so cute. But at 40, you're thinking at a whole different level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's coming from the inside out. So you're shining
It
from the
is.
from
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
you know, it is a difference, you know, because a lot of times you're right, Jamila. You see these models, oh, look at me, I'm so cute, and you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
all about them. But it's more authentic. It's coming from with it. This is you. This is your spirit talking. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
again, this is who
Yeah.
you are. So we do got some more comments out there. We got some comments on the YouTube side. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can't say his name, but thank you, brother, for tuning in. Mr. Verma, he says hi. And Sky Darling says, have you felt uncomfortable wearing the designer's clothing? And how did you handle it?
That's the story of my life. Because of course now I've been blessed to go to the next level. So now I do e-commerce for Ashley Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of their regular campaign models.
Mm.
And you know, sometimes what they bring back is supposed to be a size 18 is not a size 18.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's a size 18 if you like cut all my hips off. That's not a size 18. So I would have to still represent the brand and slay that clothing, even though I think that, oh my God, I look horrible. But the thing is that it's not about me.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm here to do a job. I'm here to provide a service. So when you take the ego out of it, I can wear a little crop top with some, tights and heels and go out there and shoot that because I'm comfortable now with who I am and everything from the inside out. So you can throw a trash bag on me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slay that trash bag like
That's
Mr.
right. Yeah. But you know what? That's what a lot of people don't get. You're there to sell those clothes. And like you said, if they want you to wear a trash bag, a paper bag over your head with some lipstick and a wig, you go out there and you wear it. And you don't question it. You just, okay, you like it, I love it. And that's the life of a model. It's not about you.
You're
You're
bringing
gonna sell them clothes.
their brand to life. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So again, you know, it's all about you. A lot of people say, and I, I hate this quote. They say, "Oh, she looks sexy because she has on a bathing suit." I'm like, no, it's not the bathing suit. Her, you know, because you could throw on a trash bag if you're sexy and if it's coming from within, you can put on this trash bag, a paper bag over it, whatever, and you'll still be sexy. So That's just my compliment for the day. So I'm just telling y'all, ladies out there, it comes from within, not what
It does.
make you sexy because you put on a negligee that makes you who you are with a negligee on. So bring that
Exactly.
negligee to life.
You're
Yes.
bringing your personality into that piece of clothing. That's the way I see it.
Exactly. Got anything on that, Jamila? I know you do.
No, but that's your job as a model, you know? And a lot of people don't understand that because I have clothes too. I'm a designer too. And it's like, I want you to wear this way for a reason. It's a vision I have in my head. It's not, oh, I don't like it like that. It's not about how you like it. It's how I want you to wear it. And that shows how professional you are, though. You know, it shows how professional you are. And a lot of models have to learn that. And I'm glad you talked about that in your ego, you know?
Yeah.
I'm really glad about that. Now, do you have an agent? Who are you signed with?
Actually, not yet.
Okay.
I do. I don't have an agency, but I do have a manager, and everyone knows this beautiful, plus size model. She's one of the icons. Her name is Alexandra Bose, and guess where she lives? Here in DC.
Whoa.
I got.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
so, it's been wonderful. So we're slowly pitching people, different agencies. But if I don't feel it, if I don't feel the energy, I don't want to be there. I want to make sure that their brand can handle Lakesshia Slaughter, not if,
Okay.
not if they can.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about the difference between an agent and a manager.
Okay. My manager she's my momager is what she calls it, because she's helping to mold me as a model. So she gives me the classes I need to take. She teaches me the business side of things. That's what a manager does. And when they get you to where they need to get you, then they pitch you out to hire clients.
Mm-hmm.
And you pay, if you get booked, you pay your momager or your manager 20%.
Okay.
Agencies, they do the same thing, but they really don't help you grow. They normally pick you up from where you are and like, oh, she has the look we need right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they pick you out like that, but they don't help you grow. So it's
Right.
a good idea to have both.
Yeah.
You can't get the bigger clients if you're not progressing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, cool.
So what advice would you give up and coming 4-figure models, aspiring 4-figure models out there?
I want to put my last 6 years in 30 seconds. I went from working in the hospital to getting discovered with not with the highest self-esteem, shy, didn't know my full potential. Went from there to modeling for myself. I went from there to pageantry, which brought my heart into it. And I went from there to a social media influencer now, where I do YouTube and video. As you could tell, that's growth.
Mm-hmm.
But that growth is happening is because I'm working on my internal struggles. You can't be in the limelight if you can't handle your own faults. I don't want to say faults because we're all different. Your difference, because I'm coming in what the world would consider a deficit. I'm a plus size model. I'm African American, but not only if I'm African American, I'm a dark skinned African American. So I'm coming in like the first people say, "Oh my gosh, she's dark skinned." They don't even look at my size. If she would have been light skinned, maybe we could work with her. So I'm working with that, and then I'm over 40. So that's 4 things I got working against me.
Mhm.
If you're not strong here and you got doubt here, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna cut it as a plus size model, because the reason why I'm getting the jobs, the reason why I'm moving up, is because I'm not letting everybody else perception of what a 40-year-old African American dark skinned plus size model is supposed to be doing. Oh, she's good as a social media influencer, but we're gonna keep her there because in that population. But we're not gonna bring her to the next level. I'm like, who says who? You have to put your foot down and you have to let them know I'm worth being there. And you have to show that. And once they realize, like, oh my God, they don't even know they need you until you show them they need you.
Yeah.
And so it's a growth thing. So don't think, oh, I got nice hair, or I'm really pretty, or I'm 14, 16, I look great in a swimsuit. That's going to work for you for the first year. After that, you're going to be like every other plus size model, aspiring plus size model on Instagram or TikTok.
Right.
You want to take this seriously, you have to grow.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of round this off. So now that I venture out on YouTube, guess what my next level is? I'm in acting now.
Mm-hmm.
I auditioned for my first commercial.
Yeah.
I'm taking acting classes. So that's
Congratulations.
Yes. Yeah, that's growth.
So that's what growth does. That's what working on the inside along with the outside does. Because now you're the total package.
Right.
And now people looking at me like, oh my God, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement. Now I'm a hot commodity.
Yeah.
Now everyone's looking for that dark skin representation.
Yes.
I get all these brands like, oh, we want her, we want her, we want her, but you didn't want me before. So what have you done to change your platform where I would want to come to you? See, that's being desperate and say, oh my God, this brand wants me. Let me work for pennies.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know your worth, people are going to down price you.
Right.
So it all comes from, knowing who you are and loving who you are.
Yeah,
there's
about that diversity inclusion too, because that's a big thing now. And I was going to ask, that was my next question. How has that affected, the models throughout the industry because of that? But you answered it pretty much. You got it. All right.
But Versace has a dark skinned plus size model. I forgot her name.
Precious Lee.
Yes. So
I love her.
Yeah, so that's a part of that, what do you call it? Just celebrating who we are, as Black people.
Yes.
But one question I wanted to ask you, this time is going by fast, but I did want to get in one question, because sometimes I feel this way because you're shy sometimes. Do people take it the wrong way as you're being snotty or not friendly?
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you asked that.
I felt it. Because people do me like, I'm an actor, so I know how to act, but before I'm not very friendly, but now I know how to switch it. But what's been your experience?
And that's exactly true. But that was before the last couple months. Yes. I was wondering why some people just didn't like me. And I didn't understand why. That they see me and they're like, oh, whatever. And I'm trying to interact with them and talk to them. But I figured out that it's not them, it's me. Because I wouldn't let them in. They saw my wall. So I didn't feel genuine. My energy wasn't where it needs to be. And so now when I interact with people, law of attraction, they're running to me.
Yeah.
They see the light, they see the aura, they see the love, they feel the positive energy. Now I get so many people like, oh my God, you're just the most beautiful person we ever came across. That's with a mask on. So it's not about looks.
Right.
It's about here. People
Yeah.
can feel energy. That's so important.
That is so true. You got to have that positive energy, that right energy. If not, people do feel it. Trust me.
Yes.
Mhm.
But how did you change? How did you change in you? You did the work, but I know probably meditation and prayer. Was there anything else you did?
A lot of positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Try to start my day off positively, listening to positive YouTube videos and positive sermons. If you go out to bed and the first thing you do, you look at CNN and see everything that's going on, you've already ruined your day.
Yeah.
So I don't even look at my phone until after lunch.
Wow.
I don't let that dictate how my day is going to go and where my energy is going to be transferred to.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what I'll do is I'll play the A Game commercial again, and we'll come back, and you can give us all your information, how they can find you.
Yes.
And we're gonna take 30-second break, and we'll be right back. All right, and this is the new A Game commercial. Check it out.
Very, very nice. I love that.
You like
Very,
that commercial? All right, cool. You like that one? All right.
very futuristic.
Yes.
So again, if you need that vitality, that energy, that strength and libido, give me a call at 302-723-2836, 302-723-2836 to get your free sample. I got a few left, so give me a call, fellas. And I've been getting calls from wives, I've been getting calls from all kinds of people, and they love it. They love it. So definitely check it out. It's something that you won't be ashamed. You'll definitely be coming back for more. 21 natural herbs. Also, it helps with the immune system as well. So we definitely needed a time like this. So again, the A Game. So I've enjoyed the conversation.
Yes.
I read you like I said, your energy is amazing, and I'm having fun. So it's just like I told you, that hour was gonna go fast, and it did. But again,
my
when
goodness.
it flies, that means it was good. If it dragged on, then I'm like, whatever. But again, awesome conversation, awesome story, and I definitely enjoyed it.
We always want everybody to feel good. Our goal is to entertain, enlighten, and educate. And you have certainly did all three. And your pictures are beautiful, but I think your soul is beautiful. Your aura, your personality. The woman you are is amazing. And I didn't know what to expect. But I just thought you were very nice when I saw you on Instagram and in and out of going to London and Germany. You were always nice, and it just showed. And I didn't know what to expect, but I'm just pleasantly surprised, and I'm so happy for you. You are somebody I can say, and I've done this. It's like, okay, look at Lakesshia Slaughter. She is who you want to thrive to be. There's another dark skinned model, and I said, okay, look at her, watch her, follow her. So you are the role model for other models, and just for me to say, oh, I know you, and I knew you back when, and it makes me feel good, and I'm so proud of you. And I just wish you more blessings, more fashion weeks, just everything. I see you on commercials. Say, hey, yeah, that's my friend. So, and I want to give you the last word to speak on anything that you have not, or we have not asked you, or however you want to end the segment.
I know a lot of women, they see people and they look at a model because that's what they want to emulate. That's who they aspire to be. So I don't want to just to be that pretty face or that curvy body to be like this. This is who I want to be. I want you to be here. I want you to say, oh, Keisha energy is incredible. Well, how can I get to that point?
Yeah.
To when I look at her when she speaks, she's pretty, yes, but she changed me a little. She made me really want to go out there and chase my dream, but work on myself. That's my goal. And so I encourage all plus size models, if you really want to be a plus size model, or just to transfer yourself as a woman, period, because we go through so much. Do the work from the inside. Everything else will come.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. Your Instagram, your YouTube channel, Facebook, can you give us all your info?
Yes. My Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook is all the same. It's Lakesshia Slaughter. That's Lakesshia Slaughter. And there's only one in the world that's spelled like that. So I'm easy to find.
Yes.
But also, I encourage, you to come to my YouTube channel, which is Slaughterhouse Fashion, Beauty, Lifestyle, and Health, because I'm trying to build a community of positivity. So we all going to work together to be better, not just for everyone else, but for ourselves. So I invite everyone to come to me.
All right. I'm certainly will follow you. And I'm so proud of you, and just thank you for taking this hour with us. And, you blessed us, and we just, continue doing what you're doing. It's paying off. The inside work is paying off. It's surely reflecting who you are.
Hey, I just want to tell everybody where they can find us at too. You can find us on LinkedIn at Feel Good Talk, on Facebook at Feel Good Talk, YouTube at FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business, and also Instagram at Feel.GoodTalk. So definitely check us out. We're all over the place. Shout out to all the YouTubers that was on today. We definitely appreciate that. And I think we have one question here, and it's we do have one more question. It's Annette Dorsey says, thank you for sharing your story. I will be following you on Instagram and YouTube. Blessings. So there you go. You never know.
Hey, sister, nice to meet you.
Yes, indeed.
And once you're on Feel Good Talk, you're part of the Feel Good family. So feel free to, if you have a big announcement or any new platforms you want to talk about, we're always here. And, we're here to help you and, help you however way we can.
Thank you.
Hey, when is that commercial coming out, Lakesshia?
I'll find out in the next couple of days if I get it. So.
All right, cool. Let us know. Keep us in tune.
Yeah.
So
yes.
All right, Jamila, you want to do it or?
Yeah. So what we do, Lakesshia, is at the end of every show we got to do our peace. So. We want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you guys for all the questions. Annette, Sky, all your fans around the world. We appreciate you. And until the next time, Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.